Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sony Love Show. And today I'm talking about sleep apnea. That's right, sleep apnea. Just recently, as you may know, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, was they was speaking about him having sleep apnea. Well, did you know that 30 million Americans suffer from sleep apnea? And a lot of people may not understand or know that they have this condition. And the best way to know is if you get a sleep study done and have preventive care. So I'm doing this video because I do preventive care and I go to the doctor a lot. I find out I'm 50 years old, and your body is, it's like a car. So if you have a car, you're going to make sure you get the oil change, you make sure the tires are rotated, you put the right gas in there, and you wash it, you clean it up, you make sure that it's nice. So your body is better than a car. So you want to kind of do the same thing. So I'm speaking of myself. I go to the doctor, get preventive health care, and I'm doing this video so that you too, if you're not doing preventive health care, that you go and get yourself checked. 30 million Americans have sleep apnea and requires to use a machine at night when they're sleeping. So reportedly the other day there was talks about President Joe Biden. They could see the straps on his face when he was giving a speech the other day. Well, he's had a sleep study back in the day. He's our oldest president. He's 80 years old in great physical condition, and he's passed all his physicals, and he's capable of leading the country. So, sleep apnea is where when you're sleeping, you kind of lose your breath for about 30 seconds. So, I want to show you what the president looks like when he's sleeping. That's what Joe Biden looks like when he's sleeping. So, those straps that they see on his face is like this. This is a BiPAP machine. It pushes out air. So I have sleep apnea, and I was born with asthma, and I was put in an incubator when I was a little baby. Back then, that's what they had to help with breathing and things like that. And they would give you these shots. Well, I still suffer from breathing issues, and addition to I'm overweight. So that creates a lot of that. When your neck circumference is over 16 inches, you have sinus and other ailments and asthma and things of that nature. When your body is at rest, it doesn't do well and you stop breathing. So it is imperative because children can also have sleep apnea. Adults, elderly people can have it, and that's how some people die in their sleep because they do not have that additional aid to carry them through. So I wanted to show you a photo of what it looks like when you're sleeping. I know it looks a bit uncomfortable, but I absolutely sleep well with my machine, and I feel more vibrant because now I'm not tired during the day. I can stay up longer. I can drive for long periods of time because my body is getting the oxygen that it needs. When you stop breathing in your sleep, and which my study showed that I stopped breathing in my sleep at 115 times. Yes, not a night, but during an hour. So that means that the universe has its hands on me and that I have something to do that's extremely important because he kept me here. I should have been gone. That's a lot of times to stop breathing. So in retrospect, what has happened is because my heart was pumping overtime, it has created where I have an aneurysm in my heart of 2.5 centimeters. So if you do not get a sleep study and you're snoring and gasping for air when you're sleeping, you're damaging your heart. You're fogging up your brain. You're losing so much. You're losing your memory. Your blood pressure is getting higher. Your heart is going bad. So it is very imperative that you, if you're having trouble when you're waking up and you have headaches and things of that nature, you should get a sleep study. And so people, the doctors that do sleep studies are usually pulmonologists and people that deal with the lungs. So you would see one of those doctors, or your heart specialist would recommend um, a sleep study if you're having trouble breathing. And signs of sleep apnea is when you're sleeping and you wake up and you jump up and you're startled and your heart is beating really fast. That's one of the major symptoms. Or you wake up choking and you're gasping for air. You're snoring and you don't realize you're snoring. So your body isn't resting fully. So the one thing about the BiPAP machine or the CPAP machine, whichever the doctor prescribed for you, it pushes air through your lungs, and some people have sleep apnea so severe that they also need 2 liters of oxygen as well. So, in saying what I'm saying, have preventive take preventive measures. Don't wait until you have a heart attack or you almost can't breathe and you're having congestive heart failure. Sleep does the body good. It heals your body. You need proper rest. So go see a doctor if you're having any of those symptoms. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm only talking about these issues because this is something that is important to me and that I know that it affect people all around the world. A breathing issue, and your body can shut down one day because it's fighting so hard to get the oxygen that it needs. Every organ in your body needs oxygen to survive, and once you cut that supply of oxygen off, you are no longer safe and you are on the brink of death. So when they were talking about our wonderful President Joe Biden being on a bypass, a CPAP, he's on a CPAP, and that why no one disclosed that information to us before we voted. I thought that was the silliest thing that someone could say because no one disclosed what they do before they go to sleep for you to vote. He's taking preventive measures to make sure he's around, and there's nothing wrong with sleeping with a machine. In sleep therapy, he probably feels a lot better. It's extending his life. This machine also is what they use in ICU for COVID-19 victims. They found that CPAP and BiPAP was better for the patient than um, using the tubation. The tubation was killing the patient, but the CPAP or BiPAP was helping them recover from the lung infection of COVID 19. So that was just my little segment, you guys. If you're having breathing problems at night, if you're feeling as if you're waking up and you're short of breath, memory loss, gasping for air, heart beating fast, any type of chest pain, swelling, all of that could be in regards to your sleep. And sleep does the body good. So, I just wanted to show you exactly how our president, how he sleeps. This is how he sleeps. So, um, maybe not like that, but that's what he looked like, y'all, when he's going out at night, getting his rest. All right. To our president of the United States, he's getting his rest. He's feeling his best. And sleep does the body good. Kudos to President Joe Biden for taking care of his health and living to be 80 years old, our longest so far living president. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care of your health and each other. Until the next one.